Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So a few days ago, I did my 5 least favorite HUT cards in Hockey Ultimate Team over the last few seasons. So only makes sense to do my 5 favorites, and we'll go over the cards that I've loved using throughout this whole time. It's the one thing I do enjoy about Hockey Ultimate Team or Dynasty or MUT, any of those games. You can give the highest rated cards, but for some reason, some guys just work way better for other players, and here is my 5 favorite over the last few years in Hockey Ultimate Team. Let's jump into it. All right, we'll kick it off with number 5. It is Mark Stone, and even though he is a Vegas Golden Knight, which I cannot stand, ever since that trade deadline card that came out last year in NHL 19, I believe it was a 97 overall, 96 maybe, one of my favorite cards. He just never gets knocked off the puck. His shot seems to just be an absolute missile regardless of the rating, whatever card you're using. I have the 99 up here, but even the base one, just a card that I find to be one of the best whenever I am able to get my hands on it. In NHL 20, I only used, I believe, 2 different Mark Stone cards, and it was the low 90s versions, but a fantastic card all the time, and one of my favorites over the last few seasons. Next up at number 4, it's Mike Gartner, and his legend card in NHL 19 heavily factored into this decision. That was one of the best cards in NHL 19 all the way through the game, and one of my favorites. And at launch of NHL 20, his base icon card was still one of the best. He's always got great speed. His shot is damn near perfect at both of the icon cards in NHL 19 and the base card in NHL 20, but regardless, his 95, however, didn't play all that well for me. I had it, tried it out, and I don't know if it was just because I got it late in the year, because I believe they didn't come out until March or April, but still, at launch and every time that I've used his card throughout the beginning of the game and in NHL 19, one of the best. His wrist shot is just automatic from that short side wrister area. And again, one of the cards that feels faster than 99 in my opinion. So the Mike Gartner card checks in at number 4. Coming in at number 3 is Rasmus Dahlin. This card specifically, if you've been following me throughout the year, I've stated it numerous times, the classic NHL event that happened to launch NHL 20. This card was one of my favorite to use throughout the entire year. Again, at launch of Hockey Ultimate Team, it's always the best time to play HUT because whenever you get one of those cool Master Set cards, you can really see and feel the difference because all the attributes are, set at basically what they are in Versus. They haven't blown up to 99s yet, but Rasmus Dahlin specifically, this card is what really made him one of my favorites throughout the year. It's his wrist shot that I found so amazing. Like, I was able to walk in, and I have a move that I do that whenever I bring it back to the point, if someone's giving me space, I'll try and skate it into the slot instead of looking and passing it right over to for a DDD one-timer. I'll bring it in, try to look back door. But this Rasmus Dahlin card and the other ones that I've used this season have just been able to pick corners easily from the back end, and it's not something that I can normally do with defensemen. Obviously, you want to go for clappers from the point, but yeah, his wrist shot has just been fantastic for me. He felt faster, again, like I said about Mike Gartner, and at 6'3", able to bump everyone off the puck. Just one of my favorite cards this year, without a doubt. I'm excited to see what his card is like in NHL 21. Coming in at number 2 is Zdeno Chara. I don't love the fact that this is one of my favorite cards, but regardless, this card in NHL 20 specifically, the Winter National event won the 93, and now we have this absolute disaster at 98, was just by far the most dominant card in NHL 20 in Hockey Ultimate Team. And it wasn't just offensively because he's so gigantic and he had a good shot and he had high speed as well. It was what he did defensively because of how the game played and how you're able to bump people off the puck due to size. There's really no better than Zdeno Chara, but it was at the blue line where you really found use for this card and what made him so valuable. There was really no way to get by a Zdeno Chara card. If you were going up against someone who had the Winter National card around that time, so like the December event, there was just no getting around him. You can't skate by him. He already had had high speed, and you just can't really deke because he's so gigantic. You're able to just shut down the blue line. And even in the offensive zone, if you bring the puck in with him, hold it on the forehand or backhand, he just can't be bumped off. And it was really fun to use him. Not that I enjoy it, and I hope that we've seen the last of the overpowered Zdeno Chara cards, but nonetheless, it was an absolute blast to use him this year. And lastly, checking in at number 1, my favorite card over the last few years is the fantasy Brady Tkachuk card. 6'3", 192. He's got great size, and all throughout the year, there was a little bit of a time frame where I couldn't really use him because I kind of had a stacked team. He slowed down, but everything about this card, from the event and how it was run, he had to be, for every goal he scored in real life, he went up a +1 overall. Made me actually watch Ottawa Senator games. From the fact that the swag that you got when you scored with him because the card was so rare, to just the dominance of him, I had a blast using him. He was easily my best card and the most noticeable. And when you've got like a full 99 overall team, it's very hard to get cards that are super noticeable, which is why I love Zdeno Chara in this game, and it's why I love Brady Tkachuk, because I can actually feel that I've got a good card and I'm using it, and just an absolute blast to use him. I hope that next year there's an event like this and Brady Tkachuk's involved, or there's a high-rated one. I will be surely going after him. He was just a perfect build in this game, and an absolute great card, one of my favorites over the last few years. So guys, those are my 5 favorite HUT cards of the last few seasons in Hockey Ultimate Team. Let me know what you think, and let me know your favorite cards in the comments section down below. And again, thank you for all the subscriptions and views, guys. Coming back to the channel for NHL. I know it's late in the year. We're running out of NHL stuff. I do want to mention, guys, that we've got a ton of content coming up. So PGA 2K just released. I will be doing weekly PGA 2K videos. If you want to catch me live on Twitch, I do a lot of PGA 2K with Nasher. That's on the link down below on my Twitch channel. Also, MLB, loving MLB right now, and Madden just came out. We're going to get into MUT a lot this year. But again, guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.